Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Pascal.
And your girl, Sandy.
And welcome back to another Real Beef with S&P.
Hey.
What's poppin', y'all? I hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Please do us a favor while we get this story going, because we got a lot to talk about in a very little bit of time. So please hit that like button down below, because we back. It's been a minute. Okay,
it's been a second.
We missed you guys. We've been busy,
yes.
But hey, hit that like button down below. Send those positivity all the way through the ceiling real quick. And of course, do not forget to crush that subscribe button. You know for a fact your boy and your girl are working hard out here in these streets to keep you educated on what's going on in the world. And of course, if you appreciate our reactions and our thoughts about things, definitely crush that subscribe button. There's many more stories that we have got to cover on this show. We ain't done yet. We just took a little bit of a hiatus. We back, y'all.
Man.
We
back, man.
All right. So anyway, real quick, how you doing, Sandy? It's been a minute. Man. How you living?
Man, we living large and in charge, man. We once again on fumes again. We done caught up on sleep, and then Thanksgiving happened and all the craziness getting into Crema. Okay. And all the events and all the stuff and things. Okay, y'all, your girl is hosting Christmas Day, and I'm also having an event like a couple days before that. So we are in full, the crazy stuff. And then we got to be Santa. You know what I mean? We got to do all the Santa things. And
no doubt.
Yeah, man. Y'all gonna have to let me know. Have y'all finished all your Christmas shopping? Are you done? Because we haven't even started yet. Yeah. So we have a lot to do, okay? And we're running on fumes because we've still got work to do and all the other things. You know what I mean? But we're good. We're hanging in there. Kids are good, okay? Hubby's finna go to work real quick. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, me? Thanks for asking. I am tired, but what else is new? How do I say this? Working my butt off as usual. Got a lot of stuff coming up. Got this big holiday. Well, not only just the holiday festivities with family and everything, because the one thing that you guys need to know and understand about our family is that my family just takes over the whole month of December.
Pretty much.
And every weekend there's something going on. Mm-hmm. So no disrespect, nothing bad. I mean, of course, I love it. I love the holiday cheer. Okay. I love being around family and all that. But it squeezes, or it scrunches down the time that you have as far as like free time, to do other things. You gotta prioritize certain things and find ways to finesse your schedule so that you can accomplish other things in that month of December, or this month, okay, during the holiday time, because it is a lot of just random stuff. Then on top of it, the events, like even for me, I've been doing a bunch of red carpet event type stuff, interviewing people and everything, and that just takes up a lot of time as well. So you're just literally like just running the entire time. You know what I mean? So I love it, but there's lack of sleep. And this is when time management comes in handy. You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
But yeah, I mean, I'm good. I haven't done any of my Christmas shopping. But just to keep it real. But I'm gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? This is,
man, we gonna knock it out. We gonna get it done. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, and for a fact, like right now out here in these streets, everyone's driving crazy, and everyone's parking like in the worst way. And let me just say something real quick. If you are going to go Christmas shopping, okay, don't be that asshole. I said Please it. Don't be that asshole that's driving one of those big ass trucks or those Humvees or Hummers or whatever the hell they're called. You still driving those gas guzzlers? But anyway, don't take up all those parking spots. Okay? Don't drive your Aston Martin. Don't take your Porsche and try to park and take up 3 parking spots. Do people a favor. We're all trying to get in there too. You feel me?
I'm saying, leave room for us, man. Look,
okay,
leave room for us. Look, let me tell you
something.
something. I come out to my car. This is a couple days ago, and a motherfucker done hit my shit. I didn't even see it. Yeah, because when I parked the car last, it was pitch black night. You know, I'm loading kids in the car. It's on the front side of the car that I'm not physically looking at, right? You putting the kids in the car, you're getting things situated, trying to get going. I come out one morning a couple days ago, and I'm like, who the hell scraped the hell out of my car? Like, not a little cart thing, like a car, a physical car, scratched the front part of my shit.
That's truly messed up.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah. So don't be that asshole, y'all. Don't do that.
Don't be that asshole either. At least leave your info.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell, I could have gotten my bad note on the damn windshield. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a crime. Just so you know. So you could go ask for the surveillance footage in the parking lot of whatever facility that you were at, whatever store you were at. You can hunt them down and get them into some serious trouble. On God, okay?
I need to do that for real.
Thank God you or the kids.
Time that this has happened.
But real talk, thank God you or the kids and the kids were not in the car in the first place. Regardless. Right. I know the car was parked and all that stuff, but still, that's really, really messed up. But this is the time where people don't give 0 Fs. Okay. They don't give 2 dams. Okay. They just go drive crazy. Oh, they look at a parking spot that clearly the other people parked too close to the lines, and they're willing to risk it all. They're just like,
all of it.
Like this, just squeeze
and they'll
in there.
push their windshield. You know what I'm talking about? The little side windows.
Oh yeah.
They'll push them in.
Side view mirrors.
Just to fit.
They'll push them in like, hi, pull the other one in.
I'm like, if you can't even pull in the car,
I mean,
without those being pulled in, why even pull into the parking spot to begin with? How you gonna get out the car?
All I'm saying is sometimes you want to be like, yo, do you need some lube? I mean, damn. Like,
I don't get it.
Like, they don't care. I remember one year I saw somebody do that exact thing. They just scraped the entire both sides of their car because they were willing to risk it all to go get a Teletubby. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a Teletubby, but you know what I'm saying?
Whatever it was.
I gotta get into Macy's and get those. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all chill out, okay? Just park your mother-loving car. In fact, if you have to park a little bit further away, good on you. You probably need to burn a few calories. It gets you an opportunity to get your steps in, okay? Chill the F out when you're parking your cars. Damn.
They don't give a damn.
Woosah. Okay.
Right, for real.
No, because it brings out the hate in people. When you're driving, you're like, holiday season, you know what I mean? Having a great Sloopy Doop, a hickory dock, like whatever. And then all of a sudden you want to kill people. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Okay.
Trust and believe. I know the feeling when I came out and saw my shit a couple days ago.
You got the same Santa hat on, just driving like, I can't wait to spread the holiday like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So anyway,
be kind to others, you guys. Okay,
just be kind. Okay, and don't drive your mother loving, gas guzzling, hulking cars that either jut way out in the street, you know what I mean? Like in the pathway, all right? And take up all of the parking spots. Just be mindful, okay? Drive your little Fiat. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
Trust me, it'll be better for the environment anyway while you're going around and driving and doing those crazy, those errands. We don't need to know that you got, that you're trying to compensate for something else, okay? We're trying to be nice here. I'm saying that you're telling everybody you got a small dick.
He's trying to filter himself like nobody's damn business, child.
You got a small dick, but you got a big wallet. Congratulations.
Great.
Good job. Good
on you. Good
on you. Mm-hmm.
Oh
okay.
My God.
Anyway,
I just realized speaking of Christmas, I realized I have a Halloween bucket right there. My kids put it in here. See?
How dare you?
I cannot have anything.
How dare you? You can't have nothing sacred.
Okay.
See, this is when I wish I had
move all their stuff out the way before we start these podcasts.
This is what I wish I had my Santa's hat. because I would have put that on, but I got enough stuff to
you got
compensate.
plenty. I got little guy over here, my little, my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Yeah, there it is.
That's on the struggle. Look, I got my let's see. 'Twas the nizzle before shiz mizzle.
It looks like your tree is a little parched. Does it need water?
Listen. We work with what we got, okay? Because everything in my shit gets towed up from these screens, okay?
There it is. Thanks, babe.
See, look. Good looking out, Allison. See,
there you go.
Look, I can't. I knew you were gonna do that.
I don't have hair, okay? I gotta do a little something, okay?
I knew you were gonna do that.
Whip my hair back and forth. You see what I'm saying?
Lord.
Willow. Anyway, guys, all right, we got to get into this conversation. We don't have a whole lot of, we could be talking about Christmas cheer forever. All day long. Forever, ever, okay? But we got to get into this conversation. We got to get into this news. Now we got to take that left turn. We were all laughs and fun.
We got to be all serious now.
Now it's doom and gloom. But okay, unfortunately, guys, we got to get into this conversation.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. The world really is reacting to this news about Jonathan Majors. Now, Jonathan Majors was looking at some serious, well, not some serious, but some charges over the past few months. He was in trial for, I got to use these code words, but for H and assault. I'm just going to say it now. Okay. So harassment and assault. Okay. He was looking at 4 different counts on those various charges. Now, he did his thing. Trial happened. Now the trial is over, and they have come up with a verdict. They have found him guilty of A and H. 2 out of the 4 charges. Okay, guys. Now, for a lot of you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already known about the information, but I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of it here, just so you guys know. Okay, so a New York jury on Monday found Jonathan Majors guilty of A and H of his former girlfriend during a domestic dispute. Majors, a rising star, which you already know about the Disney's Marvel franchise, which we will talk about here in a little bit. But Creed 3, if you didn't see Creed 3, he does a fantastic job in that movie. He, I think, makes the movie, to be completely honest, was convicted on Monday on 1 count of reckless A in the 3rd degree and a non-criminal charge of H as a violation. Okay, so he was acquitted on another A charge and 1 count of aggravated H. All right. So this is the information that we have. Okay. Now, from other periodicals, from other articles and whatnot, they have explained basically the breakdown of what happened inside that courtroom, basically saying that for 4 days, Grace Jabari was on the stand. She gave her testimony. They had countless amount of evidence painting a very interesting picture about the relationship that Jonathan Majors had with Grace Jabari and vice versa. Now, I think that caused a lot of confusion and a lot of confusion and a lot of opinions about who he is and how he is behind closed doors with his then girlfriend. But I will say, has nothing to do with why they were in that trial in the first place. Now, one of the things I want to point out, now I know a lot of us are upset. Like I'm not happy about this at all either, about this information. The real reason why is because I don't think that, okay, I'm just going to say this now. I know I'm going to get ahead of myself here really quick or get ahead of this conversation, but I do feel some type of way about the verdict solely because it's not a race thing. And I know a lot of people are going to be taking it on the race thing. Sure. Clearly there's a race element in there where you can't deny that she is white, he is black, and all that stuff. Let's just put that over on the side for a second. Yes, this is America. Okay. This is how we do. This is what we have to deal with as being a black person in this country, for sure. But one thing I have a problem with is his legal team. They should have put him on the stand. I feel that if they put him on the stand, at least risk it. Play that as a wild card, whatever it is. Use that as a Hail Mary. But she was on the stand for 4 whole days, wiping her tears, crying, telling her story, etc. They painted this picture with all this evidence, audio, text messages, all this stuff. They had a whole lot more stuff, from my opinion, than Jonathan Major's team had. And then they said, no, sit down, bruh. No, we good. We got this. Nah, we got enough evidence to show that you didn't do anything wrong. Now, here's the thing. What I find very, very interesting is this piece right here. Let me just share this part right here again. Okay. First off, the things that he's being found guilty of are not as extreme as people are starting to come, like trying to give off. Okay. There's very, very minimal. He's not going to be seeing, in my opinion, he's not going to be seeing the inside of a prison cell. It's not like he's going to be spending time in jail or in prison. I think he's going to be paying some fines, doing some counseling, maybe some community service.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope
on the table. Yeah.
Let's hope so. But I don't think it's going to be that bad. Why? Because of the actions in which that were caught on film. The thing is, they do believe the reckless A in the 3rd degree did happen. That's what they believe. If you look at the footage, when he puts his hands on her, meaning put his hands around her hips, picks her up and puts her into the car, that's the one moment where they say, yes, reckless A. He didn't have intent on hurting her, but while he was doing that move, he did hurt her. That's the reason why the jury is looking at that and going, wait. That is reckless A. There was no intent on hurting her, but he did during this altercation, which I still call BS. I still think it's absolute trash. But when you look at that, there's that. Okay. This is the reason why they went with the reckless A in the 3rd degree. Again, most likely it'll be fines. It'll be community service. I don't think he'll be seeing anger management for sure. That's what I meant by counseling. Yep. Absolutely. Sure. It'll be something of that sort.
Yep.
But of course, in the court of public, well, not the court of public opinion, but by the public, this looks like he is a violent, angry individual that needs to be, punished for being in this lover's quarrel outside in the public for everyone to see. So there's that piece. So let's talk about that really quick. Sandy, what say you on this? I know you have some feels about this. Let's go.
Ain't gonna lie. I've cooled down since yesterday. When the verdict was released, I was livid for a variety of different reasons, right? For me, I just hate, number one, he did this to himself. I'm gonna bottle it up, right? Because there's a lot I can say about this, right? And I'm going to be very careful with my words, but the reality is he did this shit to himself, right? First of all, you mentioned the legal team, right? One of the things, there were items that were submitted as evidence that would not have been considered evidence or used in this trial had it not been for his legal team. So there's a lot of things that the legal team did that were fuck ups, essentially, that didn't help his case at all, i.e. the text messages, i.e. some of those things, right? The text messages that were part of this case came from 2022. They had nothing to do with the specifics of March 25th, 2023, right? Then we have audio of him that's been released that I guess he recorded, okay? That also was part of the situation as well, that doesn't put him in the best light, because even though, and I'm sure you guys have heard the audio by now, okay? As funny as it was, trying to let her know that she needs to be the Coretta Scott King and the Michelle Obama of their relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. In that same breath, he also acknowledges the fact that he has a temper issue, an anger issue. Okay.
He does.
And in the text messages, right? Even though, for him, I guess they thought that this was going to paint him out to be a victim, but reality is it only made him look even guiltier, because one, he also in that text message conversation with Grace, also mentions the fact that he has anger issues. Okay. But then on top of that, from her communication, her conversation and reaction to him in response to him, it sounded as though she was, trying to protect her aggressor. Okay. If you go back and forth and look at the text messages back and forth, it looked as though she was promising him, I won't tell anybody what happened. I just want to get help because my head hurts and I can't sleep. Right. And this again was something from 2022. Lots of things are fucked up about the situation. The unfortunate thing is, with this, he fell on his own sword. Okay. Just based on the evidence, the 2022 stuff, even just the video footage, even though the video footage doesn't show him specifically hurting her specifically on the finger, in the back of her ear, all the things that's being alleged that he allegedly did it on that night. Okay. It still is obvious and clear as all get out. Okay. That clearly they were in a toxic relationship and there was probably some going on, and not just him, probably for her too, but mutual. Also him. It's clearly a mutual toxic relationship. What's unfortunate is that this dude was in the prime of his career. Literally, this is something he's not going to attain again. And I don't care what anybody says. I know people can say, oh, they can bounce back. He can do a Robert Downey Jr. He can do. No, he can't. He's black.
Robert Downey Jr. is not black.
Exactly. That part.
I'm just going to say that. Robert Downey Jr. is not black.
He's black. He's not going to be able to come back like them. Sorry. It doesn't work for us like that. Okay. So this was his opportunity.
The only thing I could say, I'm sorry, I didn't even interrupt you. I'm so sorry. But the only thing I can say is that, and I said this on my show talking about this too. Mm-hmm. I think the only way he would be able to bounce back is if he was an actual fighter. If he was known to be a fighter, if he was a UFC fighter, if he was a boxer, something like that. For some odd reason, hold on, hear me out. Mm-mm. Or like a hip hop artist or something like that. No, listen. Tupac, for example, he was arrested. He went to prison, and he paid his dues because he was found convicted. He was charged and convicted for R. Okay. He went to prison for that. Mm-hmm. Think about the same thing with Mike Tyson, for another example. That's another person. He's a fighter. Okay. I've only seen people be cool with that stuff unless unless they're known for being, straight gutter, okay, right, or they are known fighters. Other than that, I've never seen any stars, for example, as far as black stars, bounce back from this type of thing. Not happening ever.
And he's not going to be the one that does it. He's not going to be the one that does it. I'm sorry. He is no Robert Downey Jr. Unfortunately for us, it doesn't work like that in this world. Okay. Yeah. And so this was it for him. And I hate to say it like that. To be completely honest, and I'm going to keep it 100%. That motherfucker's going to be in the same movies that Megan Good's in at this point. Okay. Because Megan Good, sorry, no shade. I mean, I love her and all, but Megan Good was not his caliber. As far as what he was doing, yes, she has done a lot of things. Okay. I'm not taking away from her skill set. I'm just saying, you guys, he gonna end up in the same movies with her. They might as well go ahead and just ride this all out together at this point, because at the end of the day, that's just what it is. Right. But it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Because, clearly there was toxicity from the beginning or long enough into their relationship where he would have known to get the fuck out. Okay. And there should have been a point in time when he hit this level of success, these back-to-back movies, the nominations, and all of the things that he had success in, that he should have looked at the people he surrounded himself the fuck with, including his girlfriend, and said, am I willing to take the risk? Because at the end of the day, if it's her against him, sorry, you're going to lose every time. And look what the fuck just happened. So the reality is, people, they get some money and they get some status and they start to change their circle. That's what that motherfucker should have done. You know what I mean? That motherfucker should have literally said, okay, this is team too much. It's not worth all this shit. Okay. Because all pussy ain't good pussy, y'all. Okay.
You ain't wrong with
that. It just isn't. Okay. There's plenty out there. Clearly he was messing with something in his phone that clearly got her riled the fuck up, which people are saying could have been Megan Good. Okay. It was under the alias Cleopatra.
I think it was her.
Who it could have been.
I think it was her.
Yeah, I feel like it was. And I feel like that might be why
she might by him.
Yep. By his side. Responsible. She feels that part. You and I are on the same page. But there are people that are saying that she was paid.
Yeah.
To be his beard, technically. You know what I'm saying?
I hope his check. I hope that check clears if
That
that's
part.
the case. But of course, I'll say this too. I mean, I agree. There's a lot that's going on here, and I think that's the thing, though. I think because his pay grade started to rise, the people that surrounded him started to change as well. And so I think during that time, especially when he's like Coretta Scott King and the Michelle Obamas, I think he was trying to allude to her, to Megan Good. That's what I think. I don't know when that recording was made, but if you really think
Sometime
about
in
it, I think he was
2022.
sitting there. I think he was thinking in his mind, you know what I'm saying? Like he's in another place. You see what I'm saying? Like he's moving up the ranks and he's like, I can't F this up now. I got too much going in my favor right now. And the girl that I got is too busy wilding out. Don't get me wrong. I had a great time wilding out with her back in the day, but now it's business time. Now it's not just now it's not time. Yeah, like his pay, yesterday's price or today's price ain't yesterday's price anymore because his name is now Jonathan Majors. It's not just that guy who played that one thing and he was that skinny black guy in that movie. Now he is like movie star status. Okay, whatever he injected himself with, he looks fantastic on film. You know what I mean? And he can act his ass off. So he's sitting there going, damn, I'm in rooms with people that I don't even think my girl that I got on my arm can even handle.
That part.
She can't even handle the ish. She out here too busy going, oh, let me do 5 more shots of this. Let me snort a little of that. Let me do, pop a little of this, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then he comes back to him all twisted. And he's like, well, wait a second. You represent me. I represent you. Look at me. I'm sober. I'm trying to have this conversation and try to get some things happening. I'm trying to make movie deals. This is millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And you standing right next to me acting a damn fool. I could lose all this because of your ass. Right. Come on. Be with me on the same page. And then I think because he got so tired of it and his pay grade went up, he started to realize like, hey, man, I got options. Now I've become I hate to use this, but I became a high value man, as they say out here in these streets. Man, I don't need this anymore. And then he started to stray because he got tired of saying the same thing over and over and over again. And the fact that in my mind, I'm like, the fact that you have to have that conversation even more than just once, man, kick rocks. Clearly, that's not the right kind of relationship.
Audience for that specific conversation with those specific examples, because she will never understand the struggles ever. She will never understand that correlation. Never, not on a personal level, right? No. You can know who they are. That doesn't mean you understand the struggle. That doesn't mean that you fully understand what he was trying to say. And the reality is, brother, man, you should have been listening to your motherfucking self. Yeah. Okay, because while you giving this speech to her, motherfucker, you shouldn't have had to give that speech to nobody. At this point, they should know to be that stand-up woman.
Yep.
If you have a quality woman on your arm. Now, I'm not saying she wasn't a quality woman, but you feel where I'm going with this, right?
Yep.
Be careful with the company you keep, the people that you surround yourself with, the people you lay your ass down with, too. Okay? And clearly, be careful with that because, look, you see what got released, the audio. How do we even know about this conversation? Because the heifer done recorded it.
Yep. And why did she record that?
Clearly she wasn't trustworthy.
Yeah. And why she record that ish in the first place?
What I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like
what she clearly was a case already back in the day.
So she was like in my mind, I'm thinking she was plotting. I'm not sitting here saying that she was expected that she planned to catch him with him on his phone in the car and that whole incident go down, but she was making sure that she had things set up just in case ish hit the fan. Mm-hmm. So this, in my mind, is a hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That's what I see it as, because it doesn't make any sense to me. They have the huge altercation. She's clawing at him. I get it. Like if you have a full thing going on right there, somebody's grabbing at your phone. You don't want them to know what's going on. You just got caught. Let's just be real. You got caught cheating. Damn it. She's clawing at you. This is happening. Probably feet are flying, flailing, okay? You're getting hit with all this stuff. All you're doing is protecting and trying to put her hands and her feet away from your body and trying to get as far away as you can from this woman because she is full on throwing a full-on fit at you. But then she starts running after you down the street, not once, but like a couple times, actually. They get into another altercation. All the while, he is just trying to get away. I'm not sitting here saying that she planned that she planned to have these fights, but clearly she said, oh, you cheated on me? Oh, I'm about to make your life a living hell. All right. I got receipts. And so she did. Right. And guess what happened?
Look,
now he's lost a lot of stuff, which let me show you guys, because we gotta keep this conversation moving. But he lost Kang. He is no longer Kang. Marvel is parting ways from Jonathan Majors.
They were waiting.
Okay. After this whole thing, after he's been convicted. And again, these convictions, okay, what he's been found guilty of, are not like it was of a first degree. We ain't talking Rihanna. Sorry, I hate to say that, but we ain't talking Rihanna. This is a totally different situation where he was running like Kunta Kinte. He was running for his freedom. Okay? He was running like that guy in Get Out. He was just like this.
Forrest Gump.
Okay?
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Yes. I mean, come on now. All right? Shoot. And I was running. Okay? Straight up. Forrest Gump. All right? But they have parted ways. Now, the thing is they were all waiting for this ish. They were waiting for this ish to go down.
Period.
Okay, they were like, no, we're not going to say nothing because we don't want to side with nobody right now.
Not even that. You know how horrible that would look? What kind of backlash they would get if they had dropped him before the verdict came out?
Or if they stood with him too. Or if they stood with him too. Because you got to remember, that deep potential DV and a man being accused of DV type thing, and they stand with a DVer,
right?
Woo! For sure. You got people on this side, you got people on that side, you got all these different cards that you got to look at. You got to play it right. So they're like, hey, we're just gonna sit on this. We ain't saying nothing, okay? And now, once the verdict came out, they were so fast.
It was already
seconds. Done. It was literally like an hour later.
It was already done. They had already made the decision. They couldn't come out with that decision until the verdict came out, because there was rumblings about this from the minute he got charged. The minute he got charged, everybody dipped. Them, his PR team, his management team, everybody dipped. Enter Megan Good. How convenient.
She just comes out of nowhere too. And again, I do think that she was the side chick during that time. I really do think. I don't think she's on any payroll. I don't think there's any conspiracy theory behind that. I really do think that he was moving on. He was now going, okay, I'm a movie star. I need to be with somebody who understands the game and understands the situation. He was vibing with her. They got together. Maybe they bumped uglies. I don't know what it is, but they did something. Okay. And I really do think she was the one sliding in his DMs going, hey, I wish I was kissing you right now. I think she stuck around because she believes his side of the story. And I think a lot of people believe his side of the story. But I do think, as you said too, Sandy, there was going on between both of them. This was an extremely toxic relationship that I think was really bad at one point. They still stuck around with each other because of codependency. But then they realized, but then he realized how many opportunities he was getting offered while he was continuing to work in this business. And I think he changed his ways. I think instead of him out here kicking it, getting super messed up with her, I'm sure she was a great party buddy. But at the same time, I think he realized over time, I really need to be better with my stuff. People are going to be watching me. I need to be on my A game now. And of course, I think getting into the best shape of his life, I think also caused him to realize how important it is to be more sober than it is to be all jacked up. I know this is just a theory. I'm not his friend.
My opinion is very different than yours.
But I think over time, he realized that it's time to up his game. She didn't change. He was changing. She was not.
I don't agree with that at all. I think they both were just toxic and were just toxic, and that was it. He just happened to get fame. And I think they were still in that relationship. He was cheating on her or messing around or texting other motherfuckers or whatever it was. And whatever toxicity played out that night, played out that night. That particular night might have been a night that he just didn't literally, physically, possibly put his hands on her more than what we saw. Do you see what I'm saying? Because obviously all we have is the video evidence. But the reality is she was still living in that apartment. They were still living together in that apartment that they shared together, right?
Codependency.
They were still with each other. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was anything that he had changed. I think he's always been an heir potentially. And this is just my personal opinion. We don't know these people from Adam. Everything's alleged. But the reality is, I think he was still at that point an heir and is still an heir and a manipulator and all of that. Because if you look at the text, you look at the you listen to the audio and you just hear that narcissism in his voice. You see that in the text messages, the way he's manipulating her to be, to say, I'm going to get rid of myself. If you see the text,
that part is messed up.
Yeah, it was like he was literally mind fucking her. Let's just be real, right? And that's typical of an heir. It's very typical behavior of an heir.
But
I don't know what he's done to her physically, and clearly she's done stuff to him too. Because
I was going to say she was texting the same thing that night. She was texting her going, "Oh, I'm going to do the unthinkable to myself too." So I'm like, I think they just both are fucked up, and they were just trying to mind fuck each other the entire time.
They both are. Who
in their right mind is going to go record their person without them knowing like that? I think they were always mind fucking each other. But continue. I'm sorry.
Right. Oh no, you're good. Then on top of that, you have to wonder why it is. Okay, because Jonathan Majors is a big motherfucker. That's one thing about him. He is swole. Okay, that dude is much larger, and he's a man, and he's strong, and yada 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 yada. Right? For someone to have only been the victim, as in the girl, if she had not participated in the toxicity or the A-ing, okay, between the two of them, for her to run up behind him. Because she clearly wasn't scared of him. She was running after that motherfucker for that 8 miles he was running. You know what I mean? So it's just clearly they both A each other, whether it's mentally, physically, whatever the case may be. It was just a toxic relationship overall. I don't think he's changed at all as a human being. I think, that particular situation was just how it played out that particular night. He may not have done anything physical more than what we saw to her that particular night. But in my personal opinion, based on the previous stuff and the stuff that we shared, the audio and those types of things, not to mention the fact that there's been other people that have come forward, exes and whatnot, that have said the type of person that he is. Okay, not saying that it's all true, but when there's enough of those type of rumors out there's got to be some truth to it. So with this, he fell on his own sword. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the toxic behavior, that type of stuff, the potential all that stuff, that's going to make you lose brand deals, bro. It's going to make you lose movie deals, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
It happens.
I mean, shoot. I get the part. I think they were together for a while, obviously. And I agree. Like, in the text messages, it shows that he's a manipulator. Shows that he's just mind effing her the entire time and all that. And I agree with that 100%. This is the reason why I say keep your damn hands to yourselves, y'all, no matter what. But she does say under oath that he never put his hands on her. Now, there's levels of A. Okay, there's levels of abuse.
Very much.
I'm going to say it now. There are levels of that for sure. So it just depends on, there's physical, there's mental, there's verbal. Okay, there's all kinds of different ones. Okay, we can list them and it can go as long as my whole body. All right, and I'm really tall. So the thing is when it comes to this, I'm not sitting here saying that there wasn't that going on. I'm looking at the video itself and what happened here.
What was shown, and
which is what was shown. But the thing is that he did not. You know what I mean? He did not do anything of that sort. He was trying to get away. Allegedly. We don't see what happened inside the car. Yeah. Inside the car could have been something completely different. But even the driver was out here on the stand saying he didn't put his hands on her. Now, did he get paid off?
She was the aggressor. He actually went on stand and said she was the aggressor.
She was the aggressor. So when I look at that, I'm like, okay, well, if she was the aggressor, Was he the one really going, like, smacking and doing all this stuff that she was saying that he was doing? I don't know. I think in my mind, I'm like, man, you're flailing your whole body. You're angry. You're trying to get the phone. You're passionately trying to find out who the person is. Who's Cleopatra, right? Who's this person? What else has been said? Then, of course, if you've ever been cheated on, you're going, how long has this been going on? When did this start? You know what I'm saying? When you went off to this place, were you really by yourself, or were you with her? That type of thing. All these questions obviously start popping off in your head. So she, of course, is lunging for the phone and angry and drunk, most likely, flailing at him, trying to get the information because she wants to know what the F is going on, right? Now, I'm not defending her, and I'm not saying that that's okay. Keep your hands to yourselves.
Period.
But while she's doing this, wild and drunk, what are the chances of her accidentally scratching herself, hitting herself? Because he's sitting there like doing this, you know what I mean? Trying to get the phone, and he's like, stop, you know what I mean? Instantly, if you're drunk and you're not of sober mind, you're going to instantly think that, oh, you put your paws on me. No, he didn't. Those were your own hands hitting yourself because of you going wild. I'm just saying, as a possibility, right?
No.
The other thing, though, too, one last thing I want to say is you just never know what happened behind closed doors after she went back home from the club. She did take some pills, okay, but we don't know what happened behind closed doors. She could have gone and just went on her hand, out of just to be like, if that mother, I already got things lined up. I got recordings. I got receipts.
Because keep in mind,
look what you did to me. You know what I mean? That could be it too. Go ahead, Sandy.
No, you're good. She went out with those 3 strangers if you look at the video footage, she actually interacted. Yep.
Used his card.
Met like 3 random strangers that she happened to come across when she was running after him.
They're like, come on and party with us, bro. Yeah. We've been drinking Trulies. Let's go.
And they went out,
and
kicked
then they went.
She's using her hand that was allegedly hurt. You know, she was pulling her hair behind her ear and didn't like wince at all, like anything was hurt. Okay. Because it looked from the pictures of the ear, it looked pretty bad. Okay. So she's over here messing with her ear and, putting her hair behind her ear, no wincing of any sort. And there's time unaccounted for where all of those things could have transpired, where she could have hurt her finger intentionally or unintentionally. Okay. Got that, that issue with her ear. I'm trying to use certain words because we can't use certain words here on the YT.
Right.
Then on top of that, he found her passed out upstairs in the shared apartment. He had stayed out that night at a hotel. She was the one who was at their shared apartment, and he found her unconscious at that point, right? She allegedly had taken some form of pill to go to sleep or whatever, and obviously had gone out that night. All of those things could have transpired, okay, after she went out with homies that she done met after she ran after Jonathan, right? But there was no way that anybody was going to pay attention to that or believe in the possibility of reasonable doubt with the evidence of the text messages and the audio. Neither one of those two, even though they had nothing to do with March 25th, helped his case at all. It painted him out or made him into this monster, which is what the prosecution was going for.
Yep.
And they did that.
And I'm telling you exactly that. And I'm going to tell you this, and I know some people are going to be angry with me saying this, and I don't mean this in that kind of way. I'm not her side at all, but I will say prosecution did their job. That's all I'm going to say. They did their job. The people that he should be mad at, okay, aside from just being black in America, okay, because he was tried. He was brought in. He had a it was a trial. He had an opportunity to fight. He had an opportunity to speak out and put in his 2 cents. His team are the people he should be mad at. The Chaudhry girl, that's the same girl that got Shah from the whatever that show is put behind bars. That's the same lawyer, by the way. They represented that Jen Shah, if I'm correct. That girl's behind bars right now.
That is shocking to me because her ass is behind bars for a good minute.
Exactly. For whatever the hell she did. I'm not sitting here saying that Jen Shah was not in the wrong. All I'm saying is you look at this, you were definitely in the wrong, but you see this situation where he brought this team on. She said they decided not to bring him on. This woman Grace was on for 4 whole days. The jury saw nothing but her perspective and her narrative the entire time. That prosecution did their job. They got their money. Real talk. Okay, they got paid. Now, when you look,
reason they didn't put him on the stand, because the reality is all we saw was a little couple text messages. We got a little bit of audio. I guarantee that's not the only shit she has in her phone and not the only evidence that she has. And here's the thing. The one thing that I will say is when they keep you from going on the stand, there's a reason for it. And the reason for that is because it would have opened up even more worms. Because look what they did. They already had the audio and the text messages already part of the trial. They weren't supposed to be. They weren't even admissible. It was literally because something was referred to during the trial. And then they said, well, you need more specifics, which now led them into bringing it as part of the evidence. But they weren't even supposed to be included in this, right?
No.
So if you put him on the stand, you open him up to everything, because if he says anything that alludes to a lie, they're going to try to find a way to combat that.
But here's the thing, though. This is exactly what I was trying to say until you interrupted my ass.
My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. What I'm trying to say is it's his team's fault, because at the end of the day, she was up there for 4 days. They had an opportunity. They had some time. They could have coached him. They could have worked him through certain things. Sure, the prosecution could have gone up and said some things, maybe some curveballs and whatnot. But at the same time, he could have still had an opportunity to fight his narrative, to fight for his side. He did not go up there. I'm telling you right now, defense fucked it up because they did not use that. Also, they were only leaning on a few things. Some text messages from a way back, okay, when they first leaked the other text messages, okay, where she was like, I'm sorry, and trying to reach out to him and all that stuff after the altercation, remember? Okay, there was that piece. Then they were leaning on the security cam footage of the street and everything and whatever else they found, right? They were just leaning on that and saying that will be enough to exonerate this man. No, it's not. No, it was not. But I'm going to tell you right now, I know a lot of people are sitting there going, look at what they did to this black man, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something right now. I agree it's messed up. Yes, there are elements in here that I totally understand why, people are going to feel like, yes, once again, another black man's been robbed. But I'm going to tell you right now, he had an opportunity. His team had an opportunity to represent him properly. And I don't think that they did that exactly. So when you look at certain things, no, I don't think I'm not sitting here saying you're saying that he's I'm not sitting here saying that he's no
victim in this. This is all his fault, period.
It's both of their faults. Okay. She just happened to have the upper hand. And her team was able to play the game and play the cards better than his team. It's not look at them. Didn't give that black man a chance. There was trial. He had an opportunity. As much as everyone says he didn't get an opportunity, he did. It's just that his team didn't have the proper things placed out and laid out in the best way possible to make it shine a light on how he was innocent in this situation. That's it.
If he was, and that's why I say they kept him off that stand, because I guarantee you, had they put him on the stand, that is an automatic. That's going to open the floodgates for anything else to be admitted, and is going to allow her to submit more evidence against him. And the reality is clearly she's been recording things and taking screenshots and keeping things and all of those types of things. So reality is it would have actually been, depending on how much was going on, and clearly there was enough of it going on with it. Here we are now, right? There was enough that I think they were afraid for him to go on the stand, or he might have been afraid to go on the stand. I'm telling you right now, had he gone on the stand, it'd have been worse for the brother. Trust me, because anything he says on that stand would have been called to question, and they would have had a reason to bring in even more evidence, and then it would have opened the floodgates to bring in even more witnesses. There's so much more to this, you guys. We only got a little bit of it.
Okay, I get
way more layers to their toxic
I get that. I get that. But at the same time, you got to remember, if you got a situation where you get an opportunity to put in your plea, to put in your side of things, again, there was plenty of things that I'm sure that they could have pulled out defense side when she was up there on the stand for 4 full days. She was up there for 4 days. That is plenty of time for his team to sit there and go, what do you got on her? What do you have on her? So on and so forth. There's so much more that they could have done in this trial outside of him taking the stand or not. There's so much more that they could have done to paint a different picture to make it seem like, okay, both of them are volatile. Both of them are terrible. Even that.
I have a question for you. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Did you ever see that footage of him? There was a video that came out of him trying to stop a fight. Did you ever catch that?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Do you think it was real or fake? You know what I'm talking about? The video, it was like some kind of surveillance footage.
It's like the same question about like, is Megan Good's relationship with him real?
You know what I mean? So same line of questioning.
I just do this.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Same line of questioning.
Because I will say this, okay? When it comes to Megan Good, she won a thug. Okay, she didn't want Devin. Okay, she was with Devin, and then she wanted a thug. She's like, all right, no, I need the thuggish ruggish bone. She needed something else. Okay, she got a little
bit of both of them,
in him. Okay, so in my mind, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I feel this situation because of that. As far as the breaking up the fight thing, I mean, I don't know. All I know is that his team was awful. The team that he had was awful. He had an opportunity. The courts gave him that opportunity, and he still screwed the pooch. Okay. But speaking of his lawyers, he did make a statement through his lawyers. So we're going to look at that here really quick too. Okay. Look, he's looking forward to fully clearing his name after he was found guilty. Okay. So it says here, it is clear that the jury did not believe Grace Jabari's story of what happened in the SUV because they found that Mr. Majors did not intentionally cause any injuries to her. The statement reads, "We are grateful for that. We are disappointed, however, that despite not believing Ms. Jabari, the jury nevertheless found that Mr. Majors was somehow reckless while she was attacking him. Mr. Majors is grateful to God, his family, his friends, and his fans for their love and support during these harrowing 8 months. Mr. Majors still has faith in the process and looks forward to fully clearing his name." Let me just say this, okay? There is no need of him having any name being cleared because the name has just been tarnished. There's no way you can spit shine shit, okay? It is tainted. There is some serious rust, okay, on his name, and there's no turning back now from this. From now on, even if Hollywood said, "Hey, Johnny, baby, come on back, baby," we will always remember this, and he will be watched forever under a very, very close microscope to make sure he doesn't slip up. Because as soon as he slips up, everyone's going to be like, "Remember that one time? Remember that time he was found guilty of these things?" Shoot. So he's going to have to be holier than thou. Okay.
That's why I'm wondering if he's actually going to appeal, because if he does appeal, right? One, is he going to keep the same legal team? Two,
he better not.
Is he going to appeal? Because that's going to just drag this out even more. And that's going to be just even continuing all of this being attached to his name. And the reality is, does he want to just take this and move on? Like, what are we doing here? So it should be very interesting to see if he actually appeals. One, and two, appeals using this same exact legal team. Highly advised that you don't. But it wouldn't have been a good idea for him to get rid of his legal team during the trial as well, right? Because that would have made him look bad also. So at the end of the day, we're going to have to see how this all pans out. Is he going to appeal? Is he going to drag it out? Is he going to take this and just move on from here? The unfortunate thing is that literally he will not at all. And I hate to say this, but it's the truth. And y'all know I keep it a book. He is not going to be able to attain the same level of success anytime soon.
Nope.
Okay. He's not going to be getting these roles anytime soon. I hate to say it, but it's the honest to God truth. And you know what? By the grace of God, if there's a miracle that comes from this in the next few years, and he pulls off what's his name? The dude that's in Marvel too. What's his name again? Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Right?
Yeah.
If he's able to pull that off, it's going to be a long time from now. And that's only if. But I ain't seen it yet.
You want to know something funny?
Yeah.
You want to know something funny? So you got Robert Downey Jr. You have Jeremy Renner. And you have Josh Brolin. all of them have had some very sordid pasts, and they are all Marvel actors and stuff. Okay, so but I want to say the common denominator is the all white. So
Hello.
it's a different story. No, it's a different story. Look at Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is still making movies. He's still making money out here in Hollywood. He is still directing movies, even after he said, I hope you get hard by a bunch of N-words.
Right.
Caught on voicemail. And he is still out here making movies with Mark Wahlberg and The Sword. So, hey, but again, he white. The thing is I don't know. I've never seen any male or female Black actor out here bounce back from things like this.
Not these.
I just haven't.
Not these kind of
I can see him doing a whole bunch of. I don't know. I feel like he's going to try to
Tyler Perry.
have well, no. I was going to say I have a feeling he's going to start doing more like softer roles to try to come off like I'm not crazy. I'm not a violent human being. See, I love kids. You see what I'm saying? Like here I am talking to a AI cartoon bear. You know what I mean? Like using my close to Oscar worthy performances against a bear. You know what I'm saying? I just have a feeling that's the only way I think he could ever really bounce back and get back in the good graces of the general public and the Black public. The other thing though too, let's talk about Eddie Murphy for a second. I said it. Okay. He got caught. Not saying he hurt anybody, but he got caught. Next thing you know, he's doing all these fluffy, happy-go-lucky, like, hey, kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I just see the same thing. It's going to be the softening of this Black actor. And I will say this, though, too. As soon as they do a movie where they need a guy that looks like he fought the entire Civil War by his damn self, they got Jonathan Majors. Okay? I said it.
Listen.
I said it. Real quick, super chat. Talvish, thank you so much for the two. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you. Same to you, okay? Thank you so much for the super chats. We do appreciate it. Yes, we do. We are more than happy to take super chats. Please bless us with the super chats.
It's the holiday time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. Okay.
You know what I mean?
And I don't mean, and yeah, I'm making a joke. It's just a joke, but at the same time, like he's a damn good actor. Okay. He's very good. And yes, we all have our issues. Okay. But you got to keep your fucking hands to yourself. I don't understand why I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay. We all have our moments. Okay. We're all human. Of flesh and blood are made. Okay. We all are human. Lord. Yes, I did say that. Okay. We all are human. We're not perfect. We all make mistakes. It's all good. But when you are being brought into court and then everything is laid out in front of you and everybody in the whole world, and your team doesn't even do anything, they go, literally, the stuff comes out and they're like, well, we ain't got nothing. You got something, John? No? Okay, we ain't got nothing. Okay.
Right.
It's like, damn, you didn't even try. You didn't even fight. You didn't really fight. You just sat there and did not.
This whole situation is
so
incredibly fucked up. And this is why I was so heated yesterday. Like, obviously, I've had a night to stew on it for a minute, talk to the hubby. We're just, having this engaging, conversation back and forth. I love debate. So, we're going back and forth. Clearly, y'all know we love debate. So we're going back and forth and all this kind of stuff. But reality is, like, it's just so incredibly unfortunate. There are so many amazing actors, talented people, actors, actresses that are out there that would kill to be in his position. Look how the fuck he threw it away, because he sure as hell fucking did. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. Being in that type of toxic relationship, there's some form of that was going on between the two of them, coming from him and coming from her. Either way, it doesn't matter. Still shouldn't have happened. And your dumbass should have gotten out of that shit and tightened the fuck up the minute you got the success that you got, so that you could keep the success you got. Okay. We're gonna see what happens from here.
Absolutely, we will.
And I hope and pray that they both get peace, find peace in this. I hope Megan Good still sticks around. You know what I mean? So she can at least save face and not make it apparent as fuck that this was a fake as fuck ass relationship for the sake of, putting him in a different light for this trial.
I actually think the relationship is real, but I also think, and I really do think that she was Cleopatra. I'm gonna be real.
I feel like she was probably Cleopatra too. You know
she
what I mean? The hubby thinks Juice thinks that she was paid.
I don't. But see, okay. Wait. Actually, you know what? Shoot. No. Hold up. I'm pausing the music here really quick. Hold up. Why the fuck would anyone want to stand next to that person and get paid a check? You got somebody. You got to remember. Hold on. Before you jump down. Hold on. Let me just say this. Why the fuck would anyone want to get into a relationship or stand next to a person that's being accused of being a monster to another person? I'm just saying, and looking and fighting for their own career. Like money, you are standing, but you are standing right next to him. You are standing by association. You are now going to be like guilty by association. Unfortunately, you're standing by your man. I disagree with your hubby. I disagree. I don't think
he thinks he was paid.
Because, honestly, no. Because honestly, she still has a career. Not sitting here saying that she's doing. Well, she is doing DC movies and stuff like that too.
She's done some stuff. You
see what I'm saying? So it's not like she's out here just doing B movies and stuff. I mean,
she's not. She wasn't at the caliber that he was at. But she's
if you have not seen The Intruder, you don't need to see it. But go see it if you want to. But don't see it. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's a movie star. She is gorgeous, and she deserves. I think she's a good actress too. She deserves an opportunity for some great roles.
For sure.
I don't think that she got a check just to stand next to a guy that now is looked at as a pariah right now. I just don't think so. But that's just me.
That should be interesting. I'm curious to see if she gonna stick around after this. I hope that all pans out, and I pray to God that he ain't doing what he was doing with this other broad allegedly to make it good either.
I mean, I'm hoping that the cycle doesn't continue.
That part. That's the part I'm concerned with.
If that's the case, but I think
Megan Good, you good?
She no. She apparently
all puns aside. Are you good?
This from what I'm seeing, it looks like this girl really loves his dirty drawers. So if that's the situation, let it be what it is. But hey, Jonathan, you hurt. You're not gonna have conversations.
All right.
Sure. You've played a boxer on camera, but can you hold your own? Okay, you better be nice to Miss Good.
Just saying.
You better be good to Miss Good.
He gonna get you.
You better learn that lesson. You better learn this lesson.
He gonna get you.
You better learn this lesson and take some sensitivity classes.
Period.
Go pick up some pottery or something. All right. Dag nabbits. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you guys for being here. All right. Do us a favor, hit that like button down below. Honestly, I interviewed her. I'm sorry for saying this really quick, but I interviewed her. She was a sweetheart. She was so sweet. She was so cool, man. She was cool as hell. And gorgeous.
She's so drop dead gorgeous.
Stop. Be nice.
We watching you.
Treat people with respect. Actually, really quick. And I will say this too. This is important too, guys. Please, if you are surviving or a survivor, you're enduring certain situations that you need to get yourself out of, please call 1-800-799-7233. Long story short, we should all be keeping our hands to our doggone selves.
Period.
And everyone needs to take that home with them. Okay, real talk. So please do us a favor. Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Do not forget to do that. Please hit that subscribe button. You know, your boy and your girl working hard out here in these streets to give you guys the conversation, the stories that you need for the day. Okay, and there's more coming. Okay, we ain't gone. We just had to. You know what I'm saying?
We were still eating turkey leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Ham and turkey.
We've been busy. Okay, we've been busy. Eating that collard greens and cornbred and all that.
Yeah, by the way, they were delicioso.
I know, we throw down. I'm just letting you know, me and my wife throw down. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget that shit on Christmas Day.
It's a blessing and a curse because everybody else wants to eat our food. So we're sitting there just slaving over a damn stove, sweating. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the
you don't sweat in my food.
The food. I was just going to say that's where you get all the flavor, okay, from my sweat. No. Okay, because I'm a spicy meatball.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. The music even said no. It said,
fuck you, Brock.
The fuck? Anyway, guys, have a great one, y'all. It's great. What do you say? No, we don't stand for that. Anyway, guys, be good to yourselves. We'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Much love.
We love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.